Minnesota Paranormal Pest Control, how can I help you today?
Yeah, hi. My name's Carl Johnson. I was just calling because something keeps rooting through my trash, and, well, I thought it was just probably, raccoons or some like possum shit, but, I just thought I might call in just to double check and make sure.
Honestly, you probably are right, sir. I'd say that right now the best course of action would likely be to just invest in some, those like garbage cans and recycling bins that have lids because most of the calls we get here actually aren't, supernatural in origin. It just gets really difficult to tell when there's so little to go on, and especially since a lot of our pests have, attributes that can cross the line between normal and supernatural. So, unless anything else starts popping up, like, I don't know, like the trash can melts or something, I'd say just try that and call back if anything changes.
I guess I can try that. I mean, I knew when I called that there wasn't much to go on, but, I guess I'll keep a lookout then.
Well, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I hope that, your trash cans don't keep getting raided.
Bye.
Minnesota Paranormal Pest Control, how can I help you?
Yeah, hi. I'm just calling because my apartment has bed bugs and my landlord says I'm supposed to be the one to hire a guy to fix it. Even though I'm totally sure that wasn't part of the contract when I signed in, but, I don't know if this is true, but like, one of my friends said that you guys will like get rid of pests for free.
Yeah, sorry about that. Our free service only applies if the pest problem is supernatural in nature. So if it's just normal bed bugs, there's really nothing we can do.
Dang it. I don't want to pay for this shit. Well, thanks for listening, I guess.
Yeah, sorry about that. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Minnesota Paranormal Pest Control, how can I help you?
Yeah, I'm calling because there's like a really weird, I don't even want to call it lizard, but like, there's this, like a lizard with like a dozen legs, and it's in my bathroom. I think it got in from outside from the open window. I don't know what to do.
Don't worry, ma'am. I think I know exactly what you're dealing with. It sounds like it's just a lesser legged snake. It's basically just a lizard with, like, like you said, a dozen extra legs. So they're not toxic and they're not venomous. And it's not really an actual pest. They sometimes just wander into people's houses on accident, probably like seeking warmth or something. So you could really just toss it outside and close the window and it won't come back.
I guess I could have my husband toss it out when he gets home, but are you sure it's not dangerous in any way?
Nope, you should be completely fine, ma'am. Its bite can sometimes be painful, but on the whole, it's completely harmless. You're just lucky you didn't get the greater legged snake because that thing can be the size of a house.
Well, thank you. I'll just tell Jim to deal with it when he gets back. Thank you.
Minnesota Paranormal Pest Control, how can I help you?
There's something weird at my house. I've never seen anything like it. It's in my shower, you see, and, well, there's this strange, almost greenish black substance growing all over the walls. It's like something from the Bible itself.
Are you sure, sir, that it's just not black mold? And he hung up. Minnesota Paranormal Pest Control, how can I help you today?
Yes, I called because something weird happened. I was sitting in my living room, and there's this big, like bomb went off outside my house, and I ran outside to see what was going on, and there's this weird big hole next to the wall outside my house.
and it smells like almost like rotting meat, and there's all sorts of like cracks in the foundation, like in the wall, coming up from the hole. I don't know what this is. Don't worry, sir. If you calm down, we can figure this out together. I think I already know what it is based on your description, but, and this is going to be a very odd question, can you tell me if there's a shark fin sticking out of the hole at any point? It'll be a deep, dark brown. It'll probably blend in very well.
I mean, I'm looking at it right now and I don't see any... My God. My God, you're right. It's right there. There's a shark fin right there.
Yep, sir, that is something called a land shark. This is actually a really common occurrence. Oftentimes they'll be chasing prey and they won't be able to turn in time and they'll crash into things. The good news is it's most likely dead based on the amount of cracks you said were coming out of your wall. Bad news is, unless you have earthquake insurance, which is something they fall under governmental regulation, you'll have to pay for the renovations yourself.
Well, crap. I guess I'll have to buy some earthquake insurance now. Thank you for the information.
I wish you the best of luck, sir, and have a good rest of your day. Minnesota Paranormal Pest Control, how can I help you?
Yes, I'm a kindergarten teacher in St. Paul, and there's something weird going on in my classroom. I came in one day before the children arrived, and all the letters on the calendar were scrambled. At first I thought it was a prank, because, you know, that's what children do, but none of the letters were crossed out. It's like the calendar had been misprinted. But the very day before, for every day before that, it was correct, but suddenly it changed. I didn't understand it. And for the past week, more and more of this has happened. More and more books, more and more stories, anything that has letters in it keeps getting scrambled. All the letters are rearranged. I don't understand what's happening.
Yes, that sounds very distressing, ma'am. I haven't personally heard of anything like this before, but let me look through our database and see if I can find anything. Letters. Oh, I think I might have found something. Yup, this sounds like it's what you're experiencing. I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's spelled ZZXXQQ. Apparently, it's what they call it the alphabet curse. It usually pops up in places of learning or places with a lot of books or written material, and it seems to scramble the letters in media. And it says here that it'll often keep expanding in radius throughout the building until it's, in essence, consumed most of the media. Okay, so it says here the only way to get rid of it is to destroy the material it's currently infecting and to destroy anything in the future that is infected by it. It keeps calling it an infection. So my professional advice would be to take the calendar and take all the books that it's corrupted, and I would say talk to school administrators and maybe either throw them in the trash. It says here, as long as it's off the premises, the curse should stop. And sometimes, though, in worst case scenario, you might have to burn them. Though, if you are to do that, I would have to suggest you let our personnel come help you.
Oh no, I'll just throw them away for now. I guess if it does come to that and this keeps spreading and I can't stop it, I guess could I call back later?
You can 100% call back later if this gets worse, ma'am. I just suggest throwing them away for now, and if it keeps spreading, just contact us again. We'll send a team just to deal with it for you so it's off your plate.
Thank you very much. I'll go destroy those horrid things now. Have a good day.
Minnesota Paranormal Pest Control, how can I help you?
You have to help me, please.
Sir, if this is an emergency, you need to dial 911.
There's an eyeball outside my window. It's just staring at me.
Oh my gosh, you had me panicked there for a second. Don't worry, sir. I've dealt with these things before. They're called pervert eyes. They just fly around people's houses and stare at them through windows. They're completely harmless.
Are you sure?
I know they can be intimidating because of the size of, softballs, but they're completely harmless. All they do is watch. And I actually know the way you get rid of them is actually quite easy. All you have to do is go up to them and you shine a really bright flashlight or other source of illumination in their eye, and usually that's enough to irritate them and they'll fly away. So you're totally fine. You don't have to worry.
Thank you. I thought it was going to eat me or something.
Nope, sir, you are A-OK. Just get a big old beam of light and chase that sucker out of your house. Or, away from your house. And have a good rest of your day. Minnesota Paranormal Pest Control, how can I help you today?
Yeah, man. I don't know if you're the right kind of guy to be talking to about stuff like this, but I was gonna make some toast this morning for breakfast like I typically do, and when I tried to put the bread in, something weird and little and crusty tried snapping at me. Now, I have no clue why there's these little crustacean critters that now seem to be living in my toaster, but I want to know what I can do about it.
So wait, sir, are you saying there's things in your toaster?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm telling you, I went to make toast, and there's some shelled little shenanigans going on in my toaster.
Shelled shenanigans. Oh! You have toaster crabs!
Toaster what now?
You said they look like crustaceans, yeah. Toaster crabs are a weird little species that they're not totally sure if it's supernatural or like actually just native to, regular old Earth, but they're these little crabs that just live in your toaster and they'll feed off of all the burned remains of the things you put inside that you don't clean out of the bottom. And they'll just eat that stuff and they'll just live in the walls and the gears, and they'll usually come out in the morning or at night when you're not there and feed on all the detritus.
But why in the world are they coming out when I'm there and are trying to snip at me when I'm making my toast?
That's actually a common issue because the thing is, oftentimes the toaster crabs will breed so much that they'll, overfill the toaster. So they're probably getting pretty hungry if they've been there a while, and eventually, if the problem gets more severe, they'll actually come out of the toaster and start scavenging within your house for other things to eat if the population grows too large.
Well, what am I supposed to do then about too many toaster crabs?
Well, the common solution is that, you would kill them because they are just small crabs. They can be crushed, or worst comes to worst, you can always just throw away your toaster if you don't want to break it apart trying to root for all of them and their eggs.
Well, what if I don't want to kill the little buggers? I mean, sure, one of them snipped at me, but that doesn't mean they deserve death.
Well, if you wanted to find a solution without hurting any of them, the way you do that would be you just have to stop using your toaster for a while, because the crumbs and the burnt stuff that accumulate in it over time, once that source of food ends, the toaster crabs should be forced to find a new, toaster to home in. And that's a very odd thing that even among the public that understands what toaster crabs are, which isn't, many, because there's tens of thousands of supernatural phenomena popping up every day and it's hard to keep track of them all. The thing about toaster crabs is that they are, in some aspects, a hive species. So that once the food source ends, they will all literally decide together to leave. And once you accomplish that, the problem solves itself. They'll just probably break into someone else's house and find a new toaster.
Are you sure about that? 'Cause what if they just leave the toaster and find some other somewhat dirty part of my home to eat stuff in and live there?
Oh, no, sir, you don't have to worry about that at all. Toaster crabs have never been recorded as living anywhere other than a toaster in any of the sightings we've ever had for them.
Well, I'll take your advice, young man, and I hope those little buggers can find a better home soon.
Glad to have helped, sir, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Minnesota Paranormal Pest Control, how can I help you today?
Sup, man, I'm just wanna call cause like, some genie just said he was gonna grant me some wishes, man. I mean, like, I just wanted to call and say, like, I know you guys are pest control and everything, but like, if a genie's gonna come around and grant people wishes, dog, I'm like, that's good, dude. You should give him a pass, man. That's cool.
Sir, did that genie ask for money?
Yeah, dog. He said he needed $30 to do his genie magic.
Yeah. Did he also say his name was the Rizzler?
Dude, how'd you know? Did he grant you wishes too?
Yeah, sorry, man, but that's not an actual genie. We got briefed on that weirdo a while back. He keeps running around claiming he'll grant people wishes if they give him money. Yeah, you got scammed.
Aw, dude, no fair. He said he was legit this time.
You got scammed by him more than once? No, don't hang up. I want to know more. Minnesota Paranormal Pest Control, how can I help you today?
I need someone to help me. I'm lost. I don't know where I am.
Sir, if this is an emergency, you need to contact the police.
I already did. They said to call you guys. They said they couldn't help.
Sir, I need you to remain calm. I'm sure there's an explanation for why they couldn't assist you at the moment. Could you describe what your surroundings look like to me?
There's just yellow walls. All there is yellow walls. I'm telling you. I fell down here. I don't know where I am. It's just yellow walls. It's all I can see.
Sir, when you say yellow walls, does the space around you appear like an almost endless office space?
Yes, exactly. It's like there are a bunch of unused rooms for like a building or an office or something, but there's nothing here. It's just yellow.
Sir, did you happen to fall through the ground into this area?
How'd you know? Do you know where I am?
Sir, is it okay if I put you on hold for a moment to contact my superior?
Sure, I guess.
Thank you. Yeah, we've got another one.
Are you positive he's actually down there?
Yeah, his story matches the rest.
Then tell him to stay put and that help is on the way. You know the protocol.
Yeah, well, it doesn't mean I have to like it. Are you there, sir?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Help is on the way, so make sure to keep your cell phone on, because that's how we're tracking your position. And you are going to want to call your family to make sure to let them know you're going to be okay. You're going to want to do that.
I thought I was going to be stuck down here forever.
Nope. It's going to be okay. Just stick tight and it'll all work out.
I'm going to call my mom now. Thank you.
You're welcome. Minnesota Paranormal Pest Control, how can I help you today?
Yeah, this may seem like an odd question, but Well, for some backstory, I used to have a really bad moth infestation in my house. And I bought one of them little zapper things with a light attached to it so that the moths would kill themselves when they flew onto it. And that got rid of it for a while because they were attracted to the light. But about a week ago, I started getting moth holes in some of my clothes again, so I brought the zapper back out. But now it's not killing any moths. And I know it's moths because I've literally seen them flying about my rooms. Usually at night or when I wake up in the morning to go for work, I can literally see the damn things in the air. Pitch black. Kinda shiny if you put a light towards them, but then they fly away. So I just want to know how to get rid of these things. And I know you guys are like demon pest control or whatever, but if you have any advice, I'd definitely be open to it.
Yeah, sir, that's actually a pretty common one, if I believe it is what you're describing. They're called anti-moths. They're just black moths that are attracted to darkness instead of light, so you'll just need to find a chemical base or a pesticide of some kind to kill them, because the light zapper won't work in this scenario.
Huh. I guess I probably should have done that in the first place. Well, thank you, young man, and hope you have a good rest of your day.
I'll try. Minnesota Paranormal Pest Control, how can I help you?
Yeah, this might sound crazy even to you, but I own a music store called Zach's Xylophones and More down in northern Rochester. And I'll just cut straight to the chase, but I have a bunch of mice running around my store, like, playing my instruments.
Huh. I think you might have a real case of music mice.
What?
I'm surprised you don't know more about them since you sell instruments. They're really popular with the kids these days, like TikTok and stuff. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, music mice. Magical mice that infest areas with large quantities of instruments or music's often being played. And they go by a lot of names, so you might have heard them as another one, like rhythm rats, hip-hop hamsters, groovin' guinea pigs, rock rodents, metalhead meerkats, and my personal favorite, salsa squirrels.
Yeah. Is there a way I can get rid of them?
Trust me, these are not the kind of pests you want to get rid of. And a little fun fact, they're actually illegal to kill under U.S. and international law, so if you did, I have to arrest you.
Then what am I, supposed to do with them?
You see, the thing is, music mice are actually semi-sentient. It's the reason why it's illegal to kill them. They're one of the smartest animals on Earth apart from human beings. And that's what makes them so beneficial to people like you, is because if you befriend the mice, you can actually train them to play for guests at, your music store. And that can bring in some really big bucks, because there's not a lot of these things.
Well, I have always enjoyed making new friends. Thanks for the advice. I guess I have to go buy some cheese now or something along those lines. Can never waste a good first impression. I'll see you later.
Whoops. Minnesota Paranormal Pest Control, how can I help you?
Yeah, there's a radiant 6-foot pole of pure fire and light floating outside the front step of my house, screaming that I'm the chosen warrior of God.
Oh, yep, that's a rod of God. 1 second. Let me see if I can find the way to get rid of it.
What's a rod of God? Why is it doing this?
Yeah, don't worry, sir. It's just a spirit prankster. The things it says don't actually mean anything. They just like finding religious people and messing with them.
But I'm not even religious.
Yeah, well, they're also pretty dumb, so it probably doesn't even realize that. Yep, I found it right here. Okay, so what you're gonna want to do is just walk outside. It says here that as soon as you come to greet it, it will laugh at you and then fly away incredibly fast.
I guess it's worth a shot. I'll call back if this thing doesn't leave.
Yep, feel free to, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Minnesota Paranormal Pest Control, how can I help you?
Yes, hello, Lord Kensington of Kensington Manor. And I have the most queer and unusual request for you, young man.
And what would that be, sir?
Do you know what the word gumble means?
I can't say I do. Is it in relation to a problem you're having?
You've hit the nail right on the head, young man. You see, about my manor, I keep hearing some little creature mutter the word gumble. And I know it's a little creature because whenever I investigate with my hunting hounds, I hear the scamperings of a little snitch running away.
In all honesty, sir, that's the first time I've ever heard anything like that, but let me check my database and see if anyone's ever reported any similar sightings or soundings of the word gumble.
And if it were to help in your search, young man, I have found through my arts of tracking that this odd little fellow has only 1 foot and 10 toes.
How do you know it only has 10 toes and 1 foot?
Well, you see, young chap, by studying the pattern of its feet across the grounds, I've determined that because of its unique gait, it could only have 1 leg it's running upon. Otherwise, the footprints would be spaced apart instead of in a single line. I've also determined by counting the toes that there are, in fact, 10.
If you say so. I can add that to the list, okay. 1 foot, 10 toes. Oh my god! You're right, it's right here! The gumble... It doesn't seem like the article's actually finished. It was only published 3 days ago. The gumble is a new and unique creature. It mutters its own name. It has 1 foot upon which it has 10 toes. It's an odd phrase. And this may seem like an odd question, sir, but have you noticed any of your doorstops are missing?
Why, no, young man. I'll have you know that the doorstops of Kensington Manor are antique family heirlooms, each one coated in gold and crusted in rubies. I count them every day, and not a single one has gone missing since I've inherited my father's estate. Why do you ask?
Well, I'm sorry to inform you, but it says here the only other known attribute of gombles is that they eat doorstops.
Well, fuck. I best be going then. If a single gomble lays its hands on a single one of my family's doorstops, I'll erase the whole species.
Well, I wish you luck in protecting your doorstop, sir, and have a good rest of your day. Almost time to get out of here. Minnesota Paranormal Pest Control, how can I help you today?
Yeah, I'm calling because I know you guys keep track of Good Samaritan sightings, and I just want to say I'm from, southern St. Paul, and there's one here right now.
Yeah, that's a pretty rare one to see, though I'd have to advise you hang up and call emergency medical services because the way a Good Samaritan's power works is that they can only save 1 person. So if anyone else needs help, you'll need to call actual people to come assist them.
Oh, no, everything's fine. I'm the only one that's injured. I just sprained my ankle walking home from work. I'm literally sitting on the curb right now.
So wait, is your leg, badly broken?
Oh, no, my ankle's just sprained. I mean, it hurts a lot to kind of walk on it. That's why I'm sitting down, and I called my mom to come pick me up. But I mean, that's not a problem anymore because the Good Samaritan's almost here.
Listen to me. Whatever you do, do not grab his hand.
What are you talking about?
I thought you had to hold their hand for them to heal you. Listen, good Samaritans only show up when someone's life is in danger. That's not one of them. What are you talking about? He's right in front of me. Whatever you do, do not grab his hand. But he's holding it out for me. Listen, kid, just listen. You don't know this, but there's another creature called the false Samaritan, and it disguises itself as a good one. Same smooth, featureless face, same hoodie, same jeans. And it goes around to situations in which people believe they're in danger and kidnaps them. We've never caught one before. And the people it takes, we never find again. And so the fact you're not dying right now means the thing in front of you isn't here to help. It's here to take you. But it can't take you unless you let it. So whatever you do, just don't grab its hand. Just wait for your mom, okay? It's okay. He left while you were talking. Oh, thank God. Next time someone gives you advice about something like this and they actually know what they're talking about, take it because they don't want you on their conscience for the rest of the day. Yeah, sorry about that. I'll just wait for my mom. Good. And have a good rest of your day.